Good evening and welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Weekly Wrap with Vachon and Rapp. And I am Frank Rapp.
And I'm Matt Vachon.
And we're here to talk all that was wrestling for the last week or so. We've had a little of a weird schedule because someone decided to work on Sundays, and it definitely wasn't me. So, because I work all the time, so it's all good.
I got tomorrow off though.
Me too. What are you doing tomorrow? Anyway, tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving to no one that watches this show.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving to you. What are you doing tomorrow? What's your big day?
Going to my brother Tony's house for a little bit, and then going over to the in-laws' house.
Oh, the dreaded in-laws' house.
Yeah, it'll be fun though.
What shirt were you gonna wear? Which shirt will you wear for the in-laws tomorrow?
It's a holiday. I'll wear like a sweater or something.
What?
Or that I sucked the Mothman's dick in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
You should wear that one.
Wear the tie-dye one so they know I like to party.
You should, yeah. Do you have any Thanksgiving shirts you can wear?
I probably do.
You should wear one of those.
Yeah.
Especially if it's very inappropriate, you should wear.
I have a couple of Christmas ones that are Christmas sweaters anyway that I like.
Like
ones
ugly sweaters?
Huh?
Are they ugly sweaters?
I don't think they're ugly, but one's got like cats all over it and in like Christmas like balls, like, and then I've got one where it's a sweater of and it's holding baby Jesus in like a baby carrier. So that means I'm God, because I'm carrying around baby Jesus.
Yeah, you definitely need to wear that one tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, with their super Catholic family.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should. See how well that goes over.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, your girlfriend's in the background yelling at you right now. No!
Yeah,
No!
Yeah. My God, it's not Jesus, it's Chris Cornell. It's cool. It's great.
Yeah. And they're like, who's Chris Cornell?
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, he's a musician that died.
Yeah.
Was his OD or did he kill himself?
He killed himself. He hung himself in a bathroom. Yeah.
So we're gonna get off topic for a little bit because I don't care. So I saw the Walmart flyer like online.
Yeah.
They have some really interesting Funko Pops now.
Oh yeah.
They have a Backstreet Boys one with like their first CD in it.
Yeah.
They have a Doors. They had Queen. They had AC/DC. Like they're a bunch of bands. It's the band members, and then there's like the AC/DC one had the Black Album.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a holiday thing they're doing, but it was. I was like, Jesus, this is interesting. So
yeah,
you should go check some of that stuff out because it's interesting stuff.
Yeah.
They're $40 though.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, if you do any Black Friday shopping.
Yeah. I'll be doing black working.
Yeah, you'll be delivering Amazon packages on Friday, right?
Yeah. So,
all right.
At least it's all overtime Friday, so.
Yeah, and then you're off the weekend, right?
Huh?
Then you're off the weekend?
Well, yeah, I'm off at least Saturday. But yeah.
You're working Sunday, aren't you?
Possibly. I said if they were, I said I'd prefer not to this weekend, but I said if they were like in a lot of trouble, I'd come in. So.
And they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully.
It's the post office. They can't get their shit correct. So you know that as well as I do. Come on.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe it should be some other people's turns to
Dude, you and I both know that doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I know.
They only depend on the people that they can depend on, and you're a person that they can depend on. So
yeah,
I'm not going to ask anybody else because they know no one else. They can't depend on anybody else. You know that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Not rocket science. I mean,
just wishful thinking.
Well, yeah, but think about this though. Think how much money you're going to make, and then how much taxes are going to get taken out of that. So good luck.
Yeah. Well, I already it's like because I get my first like overtime check, and it's you know it's pretty good from what my normal checks look like. So so it's already I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So this is just more money for me to buy random shit like
Yeah.
Nirvana stuff or Metallica stuff, or even toys,
Yeah. What? Yeah.
or even a new Talking Ted behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you get a Talking Stewie.
He says that we don't know any lawyers. All of our friends make sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't know any lawyers do.
No, not really.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of one. No.
Nobody that I'm like friends with.
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think. No, I don't have a lot of friends, so
Yeah. That's it's like, yeah.
one of my friends is a postal worker and a mortgage broker, so
Yeah.
not a lot of room in between there.
All right.
All right, so last Wednesday was the Dynamite after Full Gear.
Yeah.
We wrapped up right before the show started, which was great, and then we were texting back and forth till you probably fell asleep as
Yeah.
usual, and then I heard some pitter patter above me while we were recording last week, and then I heard some more pitter patter again as I was playing poker, and I went, motherfucker. So there was something up above me. So my friend came over, aka Officer Rancourt, who a lot of people know, and we unwrapped decon and put peanut butter on it and threw it up there and said, snack on this, you little fuckers.
Did you get anything?
I haven't heard anything.
Oh, okay.
So my mom told me a funny story. So she's sitting in her dining room table the other night, and she's sitting there, and all of a sudden she hears all this running above her. She goes, I literally thought it was a whole family of mice running up above me. So you know how my dad is. I'll deal with it whenever. He still hasn't set any traps up in the attic or anything yet. So
Yeah.
typical. Typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year they start moving inside. So.
And I didn't realize like they can get in like the tiniest fucking hole.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It like because I said to Pete, I'm like, where are they coming in at? He goes, Frank, they can get in holes like this big, like this big, like if they once they get their head through, he goes, you're pretty much toast. He goes, you have screws like screw holes in for like your mini blinds and shit like that. He goes, they can get through those fucking holes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever. I mean, okay, we have an older house. I mean, whatever. I never go up there anyway. So I mean, I never heard anything. So yeah, it's probably dead. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll investigate whenever I decide to. We've been talking about opening up there, like putting another floor above. Because right now the attic is just you just move a spot and go up. We're talking about blowing out the whole ceiling above us and like putting more shit upstairs.
Yeah.
Because we have the room.
Yeah, right.
But it's all everything costs money and it's a lot of money. And we also want a front porch and so
Yeah.
But
one thing at a time.
Yeah. If I win I didn't buy any Powerball tickets. Shit. A lot of I guess I'm running down to the store after this and going to buy Powerball tickets.
There you
go. if I win, if I win, I'll share some with you for sure.
Thanks. I don't need much,
We can have a kick-ass figure collection between the both of us, though.
Yeah, right.
I would just I call Zack Ryder and be like, okay, I want all your Hasbros. What's it going to cost me?
Yeah.
Opened or in the box, I don't care. What's it going to cost? If you give me a number.
Yeah. Man.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. All right. So off topic, but who cares? Dynamite was last Wednesday. It was from Virginia. It was a show after the pay-per-view. Hangman won. Cool, great. It more or less started off with the elite cutting a promo, more or less Kenny bitching. And then we learned this week that Kenny's out till probably end of February And he also dropped the AAA title. He needs multiple surgeries. Apparently, he's been wrestling with like a torn shoulder for a while, and he has a sports hernia or some shit like that. He's had was it vertigo or something along those lines he's had for a while that he's been trying to deal with, and he's gonna get that fixed. So he's been fucked up for a while, and you know what? I think this is a good time for him to bow off and just, sign on for a couple months and come back and, and more or less be still a dick, I would assume. So,
but I mean, good for him. I mean, it's luckily AEW has a pretty good like schedule too, so he can go take a few months off and, relax.
And I think it's good, and then plus, as we all know, having the former champion hover around the new champion is usually never good anyway. So it's good to see him kind of, go away for a little bit. Like, case in point, think about this: when Omega beat Moxley last year, Moxley wasn't on there for a while. He just kind of went away for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? So I get it. It's good. So the Dork Order's out with Hangman. Hangman starts kind of promo, and then Bryan Danielson comes out.
Yeah, fuck it. Cuts an awesome promo.
Cuts probably one of the better promos of his life, honestly.
Yeah.
And he's got
threatening to kick everybody's head.
And he's kind of having that heel tendency, which you and I have been talking along with our other friends, like about turning Punk and Bryan and don't blah blah blah. But man, it looks like Bryan's kind of leading to be the heel now.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of digging it, really.
Oh yeah.
Like totally digging it. Like,
well, it's it's good because we've talked about it many times, but we talked about it last week where face versus face for the title didn't really make sense. So, but you get heel Bryan. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So.
Heel Bryan, and man, they could really have a banger of a match, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It will be.
But then the issue is going to be is, when do they do it? Do they give it away for free?
No, I think it'll be the next pay-per-view. He's going to go through the Dork Order like every week until, or whatever for the next 2 months.
Well, speaking of the Dork Order, he kicked off and fought Evil Uno to open the show.
Yeah. Kicked his head in,
legitly.
Yeah.
And it was great because Evil Uno sucks.
Yep.
And it didn't go very long. It went about 6 minutes and then it was over.
Yep.
He basically was toying with somebody that wasn't even in his league.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't even be in the ring with.
And it's going to be the same thing tonight with Colt Cabana.
The funny part is it's Cabana and Punk are on this show tonight.
Yeah.
And it's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Is this like really one of the first times they've been on the same show together? That this is the first time they've wrestled on the same show.
Yeah. I mean, really.
Because a lot of that Dark Order stuff is like vignettes that have been cut already. So like Cabana hasn't been, Cabana's been so relegated to like nothing. Like he doesn't mean anything anymore. He was a comedy act before, but he's even worse now. So I don't know. Like, do you think there's any friendly interactions back there?
Can't imagine there is, but I don't. I mean, who knows? But I can't imagine there is. But
no, I can't imagine there is either. So
it'll turn up on an episode of Being the Elite or something.
Can you imagine? They do like the Hulk Hogan Macho Man handshake.
Yeah.
And they'll ham it up for everybody, and then everyone will see right through it that they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
So, MJF talks about how he basically destroyed Darby Allin, which looked like the promo was cut after the pay-per-view because he's still in his tights, which is fine.
Yeah.
And it was what it should be. It was great. They showed a video package of Eddie Kingston and Punk, and then Punk walking, and then Kingston walking away without accepting the handshake. Whatever.
Yeah.
Then we get a Kingston interview, and then Daniel Garcia in 2.0, more or less. Everybody does backstage. You can't have a normal promo. Someone's always got to interrupt it. So
Right.
that happened. And then, blah, 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 whatever. Then we get Butcher and Blade versus Tarmo Ishii, eat whatever his name is, and Orange Cassidy. If I wasn't watching it live, I would have fast forwarded the fucking thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't great at all.
Yeah.
I love that Rocky Romero's ringside, because I think Rocky Romero is great. But Matt Hardy and the Bunny being there, good lord, like this Matt Hardy family shit. I've had enough of this garbage.
Yeah, and I gotta feel like it's almost done, because it's got no legs at all. Like, it just sucks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no nothing. Reports were that the Blade tore his bicep.
Oh, no shit.
Yep. So he's gonna be out for a while.
Yeah. That's a bad one.
That's a bad one, but also it might be good, because I kind of want to see the Butcher kind of be by himself for a little bit, see how he does, because they could make him a killer.
Yeah.
But they won't, because they don't know how to book big guys.
Yeah. Or I was gonna say, or they both. I mean, I haven't seen what Every Time I Die is doing, but they just put out a new album like a couple months back, so I don't know if maybe if he's gonna say, well, if he's off, we're gonna do music. I haven't looked at that part,
right.
But
right, and I'm not familiar with their work, but all I know is he's a big dude, and I'm scared of him.
Yeah,
he's very scary when you're sitting ringside. He's right in front of you.
Yeah, he's a big dude, but he's actually like I mean, I've never had any interaction with him, but I've always heard he's actually just like a pretty nice guy and pretty funny.
I'm sure a lot of those guys are nice guys and stuff like that, but
just looks.
He just okay. Even I'll be 40. Yeah, there's a couple people that I'm kind of terrified of. One is my father, and two is the Butcher. So it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, your dad's on my list too, but that's
yeah, dad's a scary dude. Dad's a scary dude, but you gotta remember too, both grandkids more or less melt him. So you just put them in front of you and you're good. So
yeah, right.
Then we get a weird promo with Andrade and FTR.
Yeah. At some point, they're gonna have to stop having promos with Andrade.
They should have stopped when the first one ever aired.
Yeah, they're so bad. They're just so clunky and so bad. Like,
so apparently Andrade and Charlotte Flair are, might be no more.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
Huh.
They unfollowed each other on Instagram and Twitter, and everyone was making a big deal about it. I read.
Yeah.
And she hasn't posted anything about him since like the beginning of November, end of October, I think.
No shit.
So I don't know what's going on. So, and then Dax apparently got knocked loopy at the pay-per-view, and Ray Phoenix was taking some heat backstage because he didn't go over and check on him afterwards. So people were pissy about that, and Dak's face was all swollen and stuff. So the next day he posted on Twitter with his face all swollen. I have family pictures today. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like me. Be like, all right, hon, I'm gonna go wrestle this show, and then don't forget, we got pictures on Sunday. I come back, my fucking.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine.
My wife would kill me.
Yeah, right.
Well, one, she'd kill me because I wanted to wrestle, and two, she'd kill me because my face was all fucked up.
Yeah.
So, so they did a recap. Oh, and then Tully Blanchard threatens Arn Anderson, which I found hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I said this last week. Tully does nothing for them. I wish it was Jim Cornette, but we both know that's never going to happen. But We get a recap of the Britt Baker Ty Conte match from Full Gear. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Britt Baker can't wait to see Jamie Hayter destroy Thunder Rosa. No.
Not gonna happen.
Next we get Nyla Rose and Harushida. Again, if I was watching this not live, I would have fast forwarded this shit.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa gets the win.
Yeah.
I thought it would go the other way, but then again, I don't know.
Yeah.
Malachi Black is ready for next week's 8-man tag. Are you ready for the 8-man tag next week? Or
Am I ever ready for the 8-man tag?
I don't know.
No, typically no.
I don't know. But then out comes MJF flanked by Wardlow and Sean Spears, and this is the absolute moment probably of the night, if not the last couple weeks. MJF comes out and basically says he can beat anybody, blah, blah, blah. And then our hero comes out, CM Punk.
Yep.
The place goes wild.
Says no words.
Says nothing.
Yeah. And fucking kills.
Kills.
Yeah.
Kills. And MJF goes to put his hand out and Punk just snarls and walks away. And MJF literally goes on camera, "Are you fucking kidding me?" with his mouth.
Yeah.
And they showed it on live TV, and I was like, man, these camera people are fucking morons. I swear to God. Like, I don't know if they legitimately did that on purpose, but you typically don't want to get "Are you fucking kidding me?" on live television.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I guess it's 2021, and I guess anything can happen. So
yeah,
because it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I really hope they're setting up those two, because that will be gold. That will be the best thing Punk has done since he's come into the company.
Yep.
Give them a live microphone in about 20 minutes and they will cut the living shit out of it, and it'll be the best promo work either one has done in a long time.
Yep. Completely agree.
MJF that'll be his best promo work he's done ever. And then this will be Punk's best stuff since the first opening night when he came back.
Yeah.
Because I still watch that every now and again just to listen, because that you're not gonna top any moment of the 2021 with that. Nothing's gonna beat that. Punk coming back.
Yeah. Right.
And we've said it here. We've said it here numerous times. No one ever thought it would actually happen. And he cut a promo, and it was the best promo in wrestling for this year, if not the last probably 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Just because, it was, as they said, the worst kept secret, but still it was awesome. And he came out and he still, kind of buried WWE, but not, but it was like, did it like tastefully, so, but yeah, it was fucking awesome. But so him coming out with MJF, that's like, two of the best talkers. Really two of the best top 3 or 4 in the company. So
they're the top 2 in the company, and then overall wrestling, it's probably them 2 and probably Roman Reigns for their best talkers right now.
Yeah.
But on it, if you want to break it down, MJF's probably the best promo, and then Punk and Roman are like right there. Honestly, and I'm not trying to shit on anybody, but it's the truth. Like, you know what? We don't talk much about the WWE here because we both hate the product, but Roman Reigns' heel turn for the last year, a little over a year, has been the best thing that they've done in a long time.
Yeah.
And I know you don't watch a lot of it, but dude, his mic work and his work is tenfolds of where it was, and it's just turning him heel has totally made him that much better. And they should have done that years ago, but they didn't. So kind of like with Cena, they never want to put Cena heel, and in retrospect, I'm kind of glad they didn't. But Reigns, they can, because they can turn him back just like they did with The Rock all those years ago.
Yeah.
So,
well, Cena would have never been a convincing heel anyway, I don't think.
No, because he had too many kids that liked him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like,
It's tough when you spend all day at the Make-A-Wish Foundation shit, and then you.
well, think about this though. Hulk Hogan did all that shit too.
Yeah.
But the issue was they didn't like Hogan in WCW. The fans.
Yeah.
I mean, he went down there and they were like, okay. Like his first match with Flair, he won the title. They were all like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then in reality, a couple months in, they started booing him.
Yeah.
And think of all the shitty programs he was in when he first got there, too.
Yeah.
The Dungeon of Doom stuff. He fought the Zodiac at a Starcade for the title. Him and the Giant drove their monster trucks off a roof, and the Giant lived.
Yeah.
I mean, they built the Giant as Andre the Giant's son. Like, the awful angles with Ric Flair when Ric Flair retired in '94 because it was oh my god, they brought in Mr. T. It was just like, you guys are grasping it, like, but the Hogan heel turn worked. The Cena one never would have worked because, like you said, Make-A-Wish, and reality, there was no real internet when Hogan turned heel either.
Yeah,
it was the infinite stages of it. It never would have worked if the internet was as big as it was in 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Or even now.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a hot rumor right now that we'll talk about after we review Dynamite, but you're going to be like, oh, really? Darby Allin says he wants to face MJF again, but he wants the biggest and the baddest AEW has to offer. And guess who shows up? The Gun Club.
Yeah. And he says, all right, fuck you. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, the Gun Club shows up. I forgot how tall Billy Gunn actually really is.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
And
plus Darby's not very big too, so.
Well, Darby's 5'3".
Is he?
Ish.
No shit.
Darby's not very, maybe 5'5". I don't fucking know, but Darby's not that. Billy Gunn's like what, 6'7"?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. He's
5'6".
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. 6'4", 6'5".
And he's fucking jacked out of the sky.
Yeah.
If that was a legit fight, Darby Allin would get murdered.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How do you make that believable? You can't, because we'll talk about Rampage.
It'll just be him. Just him getting. It's him just getting thrown around.
Darby Allin's gonna be in a wheelchair in about 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
The way he fucking works, give me a break. All right. So next match we get the Acclaim versus Dante Martin and Leo Rush. Again, if this was not live, I would have fast forwarded it. I mean, I do like the Acclaim's raps. Those are fun.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. It was a spot fest. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Leo Rush can go away.
Yeah.
The best person in that match is Dante Martin, and they paired him with Leo Rush. Is just stupid.
Yeah.
Thoughts, opinions?
And they're trying to get Dante to go, to leave Leo and so I don't know.
Yeah, to join Team Taz. And Team Taz is useless right now.
Yeah, right.
Question: where's Brian Cage? Where's Brian Cage?
I don't know.
Okay.
Great question.
Okay. And then they're setting up for a Rampage match. It's Christian Cage and Jurassic Express are ready for Adam Cole and Bobby Fish at Rampage.
Yeah.
And you don't bring a fish to a fist fight, according to Christian.
Yeah.
Okay. Match of the show: Guevara versus Lethal, hands down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a great match. I thought Lethal was going to win a couple times.
Yeah. Well, it was a good match, but there also wasn't, many other good matches.
No.
So,
No,
so it's like that's easily the best one, but it's like you know, not saying much. But
no,
it was a good match.
no. I mean, let's be real. The show started off hot, and then it fucking more or less died,
Yeah.
and then the ending brought it back.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't the greatest post pay per view show that they've done,
Yeah.
but it was still better than NXT.
It's hard too because the pay-per-view's on a Saturday night, and then it's not like WWE when you have the pay-per-view Sunday night and then um Raw Monday. So everything's like still pretty hot. Like um it's a 4-day like cool down period almost by the
Yeah.
time it
No,
so
I agree. I 100% agree on that. I mean, yeah. Oh, what are you looking at?
I was just looking at my cat.
What's your cat doing?
I don't know. He's making a noise.
Oh, is he throwing up or something?
No, he's fine.
Oh, okay.
He was just I don't know. He was fucking with the curtain, I guess.
All right. So, we get Rampage. We'll go over the quick results where Darby Allin beat Billy Gunn, which is not
Yeah.
believable.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill beat Red Velvet, which we all thought was going to happen, and then Jurassic Express beat Adam Cole and Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
And then there was lots of filler in the middle.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy is over as Fiok,
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny because they don't do anything with him.
No. Yeah. Well, it's like at some point they gotta like break up the Jurassic Express.
You think they're going to do that?
They should. I mean, they should let Jungle Boy be his own guy.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see him breaking him up with his dinosaur buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen Marco Stunt in a while. Where's he been?
I don't know.
That's good though, because he's awful.
Yeah, it's like it's okay.
So, all right, little nugget for you. Johnny Gargano has signed a 1-week extension to stay through War Games, and then I think he's gone.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. So looks like
He's on a 30-day or no, he's done.
Nothing. He is done.
Whoa.
His contract is up, and he signed a 1-week extension to get through War Games. So he could potentially be at War Games December 4th or whatever that. No, December 5th, for whatever that is, and then be at Dynamite on Wednesday.
Wow. Jesus Christ. Cole, Fish, Gargano. Man.
Yeah, rumor is O'Reilly's deal's coming up too.
Yeah.
They re-signed Pete Dunne, apparently. I mean, whatever, but he's not that good anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Roddy re-signed for I think a couple months ago, I think.
Yeah.
I think Roddy re-signed right before they got rid of his wife, I think, but I could be wrong. But I know O'Reilly's deal's coming up very shortly. So
And he and Cole are still really good friends. So
I think all of them are friends, honestly.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So that's a little nugget. John sent me that earlier, and then Bleacher Report was like, "Yeah, Gargano signed a 1-week extension," and I was like, "Holy fuck,
that's crazy!" Wow.
Look,
I mean, for him, it's like he's got to see the writing on the wall anyway. That's like go up to the main roster, get killed, or and he doesn't really fit in with what they're trying to do with NXT now. So
no, but this is gonna probably get me some heat. But I'm not really a Gargano fan.
Yeah.
I love Ciampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gargano's good. I mean, but I just think I don't know. I just don't. He's a good wrestler. I just don't. I don't know. I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something about him is like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, I can do without him. You know, but then again, this poses this question of they can't sign everybody, or can they?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I know, but I mean, when are some of these original contracts up for
well, MJF hinted at his is up in 2000. There'll be the biggest bidding war in 2023. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they all signed at least 3 or 4 year deals when to start.
Yeah.
Scorpio Sky just got a 5-year extension. So
because there's so many people that originally came in, and I don't know if they're banged up or whatever, but the people that just don't get used anymore.
Well, they get used on the shows that we don't watch.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't watch fucking Dark or Elevation. The only reason I saw Elevation because I was there live. Like, and Dark they tape in a studio at Universal now. So I mean, I don't watch their YouTube shows on Mondays and Tuesdays because I just don't have time. I think I've seen one show that was when they had Moxley on one time just because I wanted to see it, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, their YouTube shows are more or less kind of like what NXT should be. It's a developmental stuff.
Yeah.
They got people on there that are coming just out of wrestling school. They got, it's established people versus just like talent they bring in and they pay per appearance.
Yeah.
I mean, Joey Janela wrestles on there all the time.
Yeah.
So,
but the Adam Cole Anthony Green match will be cool.
That's going to be fun tonight.
Yeah.
And then
that'll be worth watching.
Oh, dude, this whole show is going to be pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
Punk's fighting QT.
Well, was that on Dark? I thought the Cole Green match was Dark.
No, it's tonight.
Oh.
Gotcha. I believe. Let me see. I thought they said it was tonight, but let me see. Oh, it is set for Dark. Okay. So it's set for Dark. So that was the Dark when I was down there.
Yeah.
So it's going to take place on the November 30th edition. So next week. Okay. So what they did was that was actually recorded when I was down there, and I couldn't get tickets for it because they were gone because they're free. Because they announced that Brian and Cole were going to be on the tapings. And I couldn't, and the tickets were gone within like 15, 20 minutes. So yeah, sorry. So it's not on tonight. So shit. But tonight though, you got Punk and QT.
Yep.
Cabana and Danielson. You got the 8-man tag. Can't remember what else. That's no, and then who knows?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. Cole and Anthony Green will be good. So
yeah.
Limitless is running a show in December. Matt Taven's on the card.
Yeah, down in Falmouth.
Yarmouth.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna go.
No.
I'll go to their next Herman show because it's literally like 10 minutes from my house. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Survivor Series I watched.
Yeah. How was it?
Was really good.
Yep.
It was one of their better shows of the year.
Yep.
They're having a January 1st pay-per-view on Peacock.
What is it?
It's some weird title, like the first of days or day fucking something stupid. Yeah.
Well, I think for a minute, I think gotta turn the show over to you and tell us your Ricky Morton story.
Well, I will say that we together have one of the coolest friends that anybody could ever imagine. He so Full Gear we had at his house, and then the next morning he texts me and says, Ricky fucking Morton's in Brewer next weekend at a show and I can't go. And I was like, oh dude, I'm sorry. He goes, you should take your dad. And I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to, I kind of want to hang out at home, hang out with Barbie, whatever. Well, through the week, that day or the next day, I get a text that says, I messaged him on Facebook and he's coming over to my house. Are you in? And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, there's no way. Like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you just don't believe it. So he messaged you had to work. So it happened. I got to meet Ricky Morton and Ricky Morton's son, Carrie, who's 20. Um, we met at the Broadway Dice Arts Saturday morning with me and Sean and John and Ricky and Carrie and had breakfast. Me and Carrie hit it off. We talked the entire time. Ricky was talking to all of us, telling stories. They were both so down to earth and so nice. It wasn't even funny. So we went to breakfast. Carrie rode back with me to John's, and then John rode with Ricky, and then Sean had his Jeep, and Carrie and I talked the whole way just about wrestling and about what he does. And he's 20. He's been wrestling for 2 years. He has a full cheerleading scholarship to the college he goes to. So not only does he wrestle, he's on the cheering squad. He owns his own photography business. So he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
He's wrestled everybody under the sun, from Brian Pillman Jr. To people down in NXT. He's been offered 3 NXT contracts and turned them down all 3 times. He had a 6-minute television match with someone before one of their shows, and they wanted to give him a contract, and he said no, and they got legitimately pissed off at him. My dog's going crazy. He doesn't want to do any deathmatch stuff or anything like that. He just wants to be a wrestler. So that's good.
Yep.
Brett Lauderdale from GCW's asked him to do a death match against Joey Janela. He said no. So that was cool. Ricky Morton, I guess, is going to be on the Hammerstein Ballroom card in January for GCW. Because him and Brett are tight. Because he books, he Brett likes him.
Yeah.
So we went back to John's house. We watched 2 matches, and then he signed some trading cards I have for me. I gave one to John, gave one to Sean. I'm going to give one to you. I'm going to keep one for myself. I got Carrie's number. We've been texting a little bit back and forth about stuff. He's willing to come on our show and just talk to us if we want. He says he thinks he's going to be booked for Limitless in February. So I said, let me know. I'll drive down and pick you up at the airport, and we'll hang out before the show. And he was like, for real? I'm like, dude, no problem. No, I would love to do that. They were so nice to us. Like, Ricky was so personable, so great. They loved John's house. They couldn't believe John's house. They couldn't believe the man cave John had. Then I showed them pictures of my man cave, and they couldn't believe all the toys that I had. So I said, I said, I'm no Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona, but I have a pretty good collection. So
right.
He's trying to get, so like, I have a bunch of these classic superstars behind me. I do have the Midnight Express one. I've been trying to get the Rock and Roll Express one, but that's really expensive. He said Robert Gibson has a box full of them and wants $500 a piece for them, even from him. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, so he totally gets it. Like I said, I can't thank John enough for, I haven't, I'm never going to be able to repay him for that ever.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's just like, you never thought it would happen. Like John said, I thought we'd have to like talk to like Fandango or somebody like that, but never like someone that we all like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I just, I just can't thank him enough. And I just, all the stuff he does for us, like pay-per-view wise and stuff like that, that's cool. But this is like, who's thought some schmuck from Herman would get to meet Ricky Morton, you know what I mean, at his friend's house in Orrington. So I didn't ask my dad, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because my mom told me that dad got his booster Friday and it's been sick as a dog since. So because he tried to go to the show Saturday and just couldn't do it. So I feel kind of bad that I didn't ask, but also, I'm glad, because I didn't want to, if he wouldn't have enjoyed himself, that would have been kind of shitty. So dad got his booster, and mom's like, yeah, I might not get mine now. he's just really achy, and it's Wednesday, and he got it on last Friday. So
It's crazy.
Again, it just affects people different ways. So, but again, last Saturday morning was I have no other than just I can't even believe it actually happened. So you know what I mean?
Right,
Like, got our pictures taken with them. They hugged us when we all left. John dropped them off at the venue because they did a seminar over there for like before the show, and Carrie said it after the show. They said it was a really good crowd, really good show, and they had a good time, and they can't wait to come back. And he goes, "Yeah, we'll definitely stay in touch." So it's you know, it's one of those things. It's like, you know what, like I can say now that, hey, I have a wrestler's number now.
Yeah.
That told me to stay in contact with him. So that's for me, it's kind of like, this is cool shit.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they do come back, you know, after the holiday season.
Yeah, so they're running a show. So Ricky Morton has a school 45 minutes from his house in Tennessee.
Yeah.
There's 2 buildings in the whole town, and one of them is a school. They're running a show Christmas night at the school. They're running a live wrestling show.
Yeah.
Like back when it wasn't during the territory days. So
right.
So yeah, he told some funny stories about Ronnie Garvin, how he used to fly planes, and some crazy stories about how the alternator went out one time and they had a flashlight so he could fly. He was flying really low in Charlotte because under radar. They landed in a field one time and a guy came with a tractor and boosted the plane with booster cables and got him back and going again.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. So it's you know, rumor is he told us, I don't know if it's true, that they're gonna wrestle FTR. So
yeah. Ricky and Robbie, or
Ricky
Carrie?
and Robert, I guess. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he said he would love to do what Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard do, like with the Bucks as they return face.
Yeah.
I could get into that, like, for real, because you could definitely see that. So because I mean, I think the Bucks kind of emulate them a little bit along with the Rockers and stuff like that. So I could see that. So but yeah, I know he says, look, he's 65 years old. He goes, I don't care if I'm on TV or not. So
yeah,
you know,
I mean, he's done
everything
quite a bit. So yeah, I mean, it would be awesome. Like, I love seeing those guys come back and have an impact. I'd love to see him do that. So
yeah, so we'll see. Again, it was just never thought that it would ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's crazy. You know, it's one thing you meet people at, like, you know, cons and stuff like that, or, you know, whatever, but I mean, you don't ever like really hang out with these people, you know.
No, and
especially someone on his level, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, that was our childhood.
Yeah.
Like from like I remember from like 87 on, it was just like I remember wrestling like it was like nothing. Like I just wish I mean they didn't have a lot of merch like back then, and they didn't have any figures like so like even trying to find the classic one when it came out way long, it was hard. So I keep looking, but I'm not paying $800 for that thing. So even loose, they're expensive. So it's like,
they're like $200 loose, you know.
It's like I'm not even gonna bother. So but I mean, I'd gladly, you know, I do some trade skis for stuff because I got a lot of shit I can get rid of. So you know what I mean, people. So anyone that watches this, which nobody does, if you got a Rock and Roll Express Classic Jacks figure still in the package, let me know.
Yeah.
Just, you know, leave a comment, you know, or just, you know, just find me because I'm not that hard to find.
Yeah.
So, but no, again, I you know, it's almost been a week and I'm still like, I don't even just you know. And then as soon as that was done, got in a truck, went to Fairfield, bought a couch, drove it home, went back to Vinyl Haven, bought another couch, drove it home. So I was on the road.
Jesus. Yeah.
So,
Well, like I said, when I talk to you, it's like when you have a morning like that good, it's like it doesn't matter like what you do. Like the tasks that normally you'd be like, it's gonna be such a pain in the ass and
mhm.
or whatever. It's like when you have a morning that good, it's like, man, it doesn't matter. Like you're still buzzing from that.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't matter. So,
yeah.
but it was really cool. Again, it was one of those things that you'll never do again. So,
Yeah.
I can say, I can tell my grandkids, hey, I met Ricky Morton when I was 39 years old.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
buddy John is just one of the best dudes ever. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah. So John, thank you for everything that you've done for me lately, in my life, and just everything. You know what I mean? Like I can't, I can keep sucking his dick all I want. I don't really care because it's 100% truth. He does a lot for everybody, and he doesn't get any credit for it because he
Yeah.
doesn't want any credit for it. So
Yeah. Right. Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean? Like he's
Yeah.
your friend. He's our friend. He's our friend for life, no matter what. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's cool. So all right. So moving on from the fuck fest and love fest that I just put on, um, dude, your Patriots look good.
Thank you.
Mac Jones. So I just got a trade offer, um, Zach Wilson and Jerry Judy for Mac Jones.
No.
So I countered with, I'll give you Tua, and he's like, oh, maybe next year. No, fuck off then.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, uh, he's been pretty consistent all year, but it's the defense really now that's like kicking ass. Like the defense the last couple of weeks has been awesome.
Well,
So,
you held Atlanta to no points, and I'm sorry, Atlanta sucks.
yeah, Atlanta sucks. So
Atlanta's terrible. But anyway,
but
you still
4 picks, 4 sacks.
what's wrong with Matt Ryan? Any idea?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
He doesn't have an offensive line, so
No.
I think he's hurrying passes, and so
You think?
he doesn't really have. I mean, with Ridley out, he doesn't really have any good wide receivers except for that rookie tight end. And he's still a rookie. So
Right. Right. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like I just wish Matt Ryan had better people around him, but Calvin Ridley's out, like you said, and there's nobody
Yeah.
there for him.
Yeah.
Pitts is there, but you just double team Pitts, and then you can't
Yeah.
get him the ball. Pitts could be one of the best tight ends in the league in the next like year or two, but right now
Yeah.
you just double team him.
Yep. Yep.
The Eagles won.
Yeah. And speaking of, mutual love fest for our teams that we like. You probably saw it too, but the statistic that I think it was like Adam Schefter or somebody shared yesterday, the comparison between Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson through this many games, like they're pretty much the exact same numbers.
Yeah. If the Eagles don't believe in Hurts now, then they're morons.
Yeah.
They're going to potentially have 3 first-round picks in the draft coming up. If they waste that on a quarterback, I will write Howie an email myself and tell him to fuck off. They have so many more needs than a quarterback right now. It's not even fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And this draft they're saying is going to be heavy, linemen, offensive, defense, so
cool.
I mean, the opportunity for, to protect their investment in Hurts.
Well, Fletcher Cox is older. Brandon Graham tore his Achilles. He's done.
Yeah.
On the offensive line, Kelsey, he's older. Okay.
Yeah.
That line's is not getting any younger. So, and they need linebackers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty set at tight end, receiver, running back. They're in pretty good shape between Sanders, Gainwell, Jordan Howard, and Boston Scott. I mean, fuck, they ran the ball 50 times last week.
Yeah.
They haven't run the ball 50 times since I was probably a kid.
Yeah.
Because they never run the ball that much.
It's like Ernest Biner and Randall Cunningham were there.
Yeah, it's just yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they play the Giants this week, and the Giants just fired their offensive coordinator because they're horrendous.
Yeah.
Jason Garrett should have never been hired for all their offensive coordinator for the Giants, but
Yeah.
that's my opinion. So this could be slim pickings for the Giants because they're a fucking mess.
Yeah. Yeah. They're in bad shape. Like, um, so I mean, I hate the Giants anyway, so it doesn't really hurt my feelings.
Me too.
But yeah, they're a complete shit show. I mean, they got, I mean, just not good.
Daniel Jones obviously is not the answer at quarterback. I would not resign Saquon Barkley when his deal's up because it looks like he's just not what he was before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is a mess. That Hernandez guy, how many more times are
Yeah.
you going to hold people?
Yeah. Yeah. He's rated the worst offensive lineman in football.
And it showed on national TV because
Yeah.
he literally, the guy would get by him and he would just grab him. And
Yeah.
a couple of those times the Giants had big plays taken away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and they sacked the shit out of Daniel Jones the other night too, and they made them look stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a thing. It was like, people who they could have drafted, um, around the same picks they had that year or whatever. And it was like pretty comical. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what it is now.
Now,
But
do you blame them for taking Saquon so high?
not really, just because he was so good in college. It's like, but running backs, with the exception of like Derrick Henry, even though he's injured, it's like, they become like a dime a dozen almost. I mean, look at Jonathan Taylor, like what he did last week. And he wasn't a high draft pick. I mean, he was, a great college player too, but he slipped in the draft. So, but that's yeah. So I don't know. So I think there's only, I mean, really, there's Derrick Henry and there's kind of everybody else as far as running backs in the league, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like, he stands out, and then everybody else is like hit or miss. They have good weeks and good players, but so many teams now, they don't have a bell cow or it's a split backfield or
well,
whatever.
I mean, you have Derrick Henry, you have Christian McCaffrey if you can stay healthy.
Yeah.
But that's a caveat. McCaffrey can't stay healthy. If McCaffrey can stay healthy, McCaffrey would be over Henry right now, I think.
Yeah.
Because McCaffrey catches the ball too and makes plays.
Yeah. Right.
But I will tell you this. So I was going against Jonathan Taylor on Sunday in one of my leagues, and he scored 53 points, and I ended up beating the guy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who'd you have?
Well, my team was pretty balanced. I'll tell you what I had. I'll pull it up.
It hurts, right?
I did. So week 11, the matchup. Let me pull it up. So I got I had Hurts. He got me 30.78. He had Tom Brady that got him 20.26.
Yeah.
DJ Moore got me 16.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb only got him 4.40. Okay. Devontae Smith got me 10.10. The Williams guy got him 20.70. Landry got me 14.20. He had Hunter Renfrow who got him only 7.5.
Yeah.
Najee Harris got me 16.90. Jonathan Taylor got him 53.40. Christian McCaffrey got me 24.90. Nick Chubb got him 22.40. Darren Waller got me 18.60. Dawson Knox got him 14. Joe Mixon got me 24.30. D. Harris of New England only got him 7.50. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have and then we have two flexes. One flex could be a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, or tight end. We both each had quarterbacks in there. Joe Burrow got me 9.02. Matt Ryan got him 4.12.
Yeah.
And then our kickers, I beat him 2 points with our kickers. I beat him 177.30 to 164.30.
Damn.
If I would have played Cam Newton, I would have scored over 200 points.
Yeah.
Because Cam Newton got 26.16.
Yeah, it was funny. So, my brother Dave's had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how are they feeling anyway? Are they feeling better?
Yeah, he's okay. He's just like really tired, but his symptoms are pretty much gone. He's just fatigued.
What
But,
about his daughter?
yep, she was fine. She was fine in like 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was just like, Dad, I'm bored. He's like, I'm fucking sick in bed. Like, um, but uh but yeah, so I texted him because he was playing again. Like, so he had Lamar Jackson on his team. It was kind of a late scratch, and then he was playing against the guy who had Jonathan Taylor, and that's what I texted him. I was like, Jesus, dude, first COVID, then Jonathan Taylor. It's like, I know.
And that game was on, and that game was on Channel 5 too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was trying to watch it. So Fox on YouTube TV shit the bed on Sunday.
Yeah. It shit the bed. Yeah, here too.
So I had to watch it on the Fox Now app. So I watched the Green Bay game. Dude, what a mess that was.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Green Bay, but it's okay.
Yeah. See, I couldn't watch anything on Fox, like, because I was at my girlfriend's house, and I was trying to watch it on Spectrum or whatever, and the channel was not available.
It was out
So
for everybody then.
like,
Okay.
yeah. So I didn't see any Fox games. I had the goddamn Bills and Colts game.
Yeah. So on mine it said we're currently down. Go to the Fox. Go to the Fox Now app. So I went to the Fox Now. I downloaded the Fox and went on that and watched it. And that's how I watched the 4:00 game to the Kansas City game.
Yeah.
So, well,
yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor ran all over, but I still won.
Yeah.
Got into a more or less a pissing contest with that same guy on Friday night because, he made it. He's in first. He made a trade with the last place guy, and it was an unfair trade, so we all vetoed it. So he went on. He went in the group chat and started kind of, pleading his case and stuff. And
yeah,
I wasn't having it, and we went and got into a, typical me. We got into a verbal spat, and then I said some stuff. He said some stuff back to me. And then he says to me, and I quote, "Frank, I will pray for you." And I said, so and so, don't pray for me. I don't need you to pray for me, basically. So then our commissioner got in and was like, "All right, guys, let's drop it." Blah blah blah. Then he kept bringing it up and kept poking at me, and I was like, "Wrong person to poke at." So
yeah, right.
And then the group chat has been silent since Sunday because I didn't say much after that. I just was quiet, and he's like, because he basically more or less said he's gonna kick my ass this week, and I beat him, and I haven't said anything since. So
yeah,
because
text him back, be like, "Have a blessed day."
I should. Yeah, because then the commissioner calls me and is like, as soon as he said that to you, I knew it was over. And I was like,
yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. He goes, yeah, you're the wrong person to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well,
whatever.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I won in 4 of my leagues. I won 3. I lost my last one because of he basically had the entire Tampa Bay team going. So he had Brady, he had Fournette, he had Godwin, he had their kicker. I was like, yeah, I'm fucked. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It's okay. Yeah. I don't really care about that league anyway. So
yeah.
In my keeper league, I just made a ridiculous trade, which is going to bite me in the ass, but it's okay. I traded my first round pick and my third round pick for Antonio Gibson. Because I needed a running back.
Yeah.
And Gibson scored twice 2 weeks ago. So
yeah,
he's got 5 touchdowns this year. So I'm like, I need to push. So
yeah. He's a good player. It's just the Redskins suck,
I know, but I needed.
So they're playing from behind a lot, so they got to pass. That's
true, but they weren't playing behind when they beat the shit out of Tampa Bay. So I'll take the risk. So
yeah.
So and we'll see what happens. But because right now I'm second in my division right now, and the top 3 in each division make the playoffs. So
yeah,
I have a 6-5 record right now.
Yeah.
But the guy ahead of me is 9-2.
Yeah.
So I need a miracle to catch him to get in the first. So
yeah.
But if I can keep between second and third, because the 2 people behind me are 5 and 6. So I need to win. So,
yeah.
But this is the league I want to win because I've finished second twice or 3 times. I'm tired of finishing second. So
Yeah.
I want to win. I want to win and rub it in these fuckers' faces. Because it's a pretty good payout. That's why I want to win.
Yeah, right.
Even second, you get like I think second I won $100 a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I want to win. Yeah, because I think the payout's like $300 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice chunk of change to buy figure. I mean, I give to my wife. I mean, buy figures with.
Put towards the Rock and Roll Express,
Yeah.
the Rock and Roll Express account.
Can you imagine? Hey, I just bought this for $800. Here you go. I couldn't.
I've been putting $20 away every paycheck, and
until she finds it and then spends it. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, so. Now there's no secrets in this household, so whatever.
Yeah, right.
What's what's hers is hers and what's mine is hers, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
I jokingly said that I told her I wanted a divorce, and she goes, "Well, whatever you don't take, I keep." I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I need to get some boxes then."
Yeah. Yeah, that room would be completely empty.
Yeah. I wouldn't pack anything else but this stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Like, keep the computer. I'm taking all my toys.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just kidding. So, again, tomorrow's Turkey Day. Exciting stuff.
What are you doing?
You want me to be perfectly honest, or you want me to lie through my teeth?
Honest.
We are waiting for everybody else to get done their shit, and then going down to my stepdaughter's house probably around 5 o'clock to eat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everything is cooking in my house, but I can't eat it till later because we have to wait for everybody else, because everyone else has plans to do other things during the day. So I got to wait while they eat at their other places. I have to wait.
Yeah. That's tough.
I might go visit my parents because, according to my parents, my stupid sister and my dumbass brother-in-law aren't coming over this year. So I might just go over there to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for some reason my sister's got a hair across her ass against my parents, and I haven't figured out why yet. So
interesting.
I think it's because of him more than anything.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but
I'm 100% sure it is. I think it has a lot to do with what happened last Christmas, and then just because just because they more or less took Barbie's side. And then there was an incident where something happened this summer. I don't know what it was, but my sister got a hair across her ass about something, and she's just been a wicked bitch to my mom. So there's gonna be freak out Frank here probably shortly between you and my sister again. So I'm gonna politely remind her that when mom and dad die, you have nobody left. So you better fucking embrace this shit now before they're fucking gone. Because if you don't, I will rub this in your face the rest of your fucking pathetic life.
Yeah.
So my parents do everything for her and her kid. So, and she doesn't fucking understand it, and it pisses me off. So, and I'll say it when I need to. So, and it's pretty close. So, if there's if you read in the paper, brewer IT guy beats the shit out of a hobbit, you know why? Because a lot of that's him, because he's a fucking asshole. So
right. Yeah.
He's a weird fucking asshole, and whether I say it on this or I say it to their face, I don't give a fuck, because I'll say it right to them. I give no shits. I told both of them I hated their guts last Christmas, so I don't give a fuck. That's all him. It's him. He's a control freak, and she goes along with it because she's fucking stupid. So whatever, but the issue is, it's like, look, my parents do a lot, and it goes unnoticed, and it's fucking irritating because they won't say anything because they don't want to rock the boat. So, but I'll say it because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, because we have zero relationship, and I don't care if it's whatever. So, I know I saw my nephew for the first time, and I don't know how long, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Uncle Frankie came running up to me. Hey, bud, how are you? Good.
Yeah.
How are you? How's school? Good. I mean, the only time I see him is at my parents. I don't see him anywhere else.
Right.
You know, because like any normal, you know, if I had a normal relationship, I'd be like, hey, can I have Jackson for a couple of hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I think they're afraid that I'm gonna like poison him with like wrestling and I don't know, show him like what the real world's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Hey kid, you want to see the coolest room you've ever seen?
yeah, no shit. Hey kid, you want to see a dog? Because he doesn't. You want to come meet a dog? Like,
Yeah.
hey, you want to come hang out and like see all like look at this room. He'd go
Yeah.
home and they'd be like, that's wrong. Can't do that.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Whatever.
Yep.
Again, like I said, I could keep telling all my friends about this. In 10 years, I'll get sued anyway. So whatever. I don't give a fuck. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. I saw Trump on Hannity last night. That was interesting.
Biden.
Yeah, he was promoting his book.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mark Zuckerberg used to go to the White House a lot and have dinner with him.
No, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
That must have been a weird dinner.
Yeah. Well, anything with Zuckerberg's weird.
So. Well, anything with the Donald's weird too. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Like, you know, he's not look, whether politics or not, he's a weird dude. Like, he's just a weird, he's just like he's that awkward uncle that drives that weird white van that comes over like a couple times a year.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. I mean, you know, he's a businessman that thinks business first, and that's all he thinks about. And he just wants to make money. I mean, isn't that what the American dream is own your own business and make the most money you can? Whether you fuck people or not. I mean, because let's be real. I mean, he did a lot of that shit. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Have you listened to Cornette at all lately?
No.
Okay. So he tried to watch Full Gear on his because he still has cable in his house like you, and he orders the pay-per-view through Spectrum. Okay.
Yeah.
So he buys it and records it and goes to bed and wakes up the next day to watch it. Well, he goes to watch it and it's a fucking black screen. So he calls up and they're like, oh yeah, sorry that we were having problems. It went out. So he bought it and basically bought a black screen for 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So Brian Last sends him a link to the Bleacher Report app to buy it on the Bleacher Report app. Well, apparently you can't buy a pay-per-view on the Bleacher Report app until like 48 hours after it's already been live.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he couldn't buy it on that. So then he's like, I found a different way to get it. Someone sent me a link from a not so reputable website. So we have Jim Cornette more or less downloading the AEW pay-per-view just to cover it on his podcast.
Yeah.
Which I find fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So what do you say?
He, you know, he's typical. He's negative. I mean, we talked about that with Ricky and Carrie. Ricky was like, he calls me all the time. Like, he just says that shit so people buy his stuff.
Yeah, right.
He's a shock jock.
Yeah, I mean that's what. I mean, so many people like. I mean, athletes, everything they'll say shit or whatever just to get people to.
Yeah.
You know, like. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty common. That's the thing. It's like you're selling your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and we don't have a brand.
No.
No, we're just two bald dudes that talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
What happened when this week has David Crockett on talking with Tony Schiavone and Conrad Thompson about Starrcade 86.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm like more or less halfway through that. So
yeah, I haven't started it yet.
And then hopefully tomorrow night something to wrestle gets dropped and they're gonna cover Survivor Series 2006.
Yeah,
because they just covered 96 last week and it was really good. 25th anniversary of the Rock's debut was they commemorated that on Sunday, showing highlights of the Rock's career throughout Survivor Series, and then all these people thought he'd show up. He was never advertised to show up. People, I don't know what you're getting all butthurt for.
He's a pretty busy guy now. He's
Apparently he's in Europe filming a movie anyway. So
yeah.
I will say they put out their Ruthless Aggression series season 2. The first episode was Hollywood Rock, and then the next episode was called like Innovations, where they talk about the big structure there, not Hell in the Cell, the Elimination Chamber. They talk about shit like that. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna.
I thought you were gonna say the Punjabi prison.
Maybe, I don't know. They might have put that on there. Who knows? Yeah. But that was a great match, by the way.
The Punjabi prison match.
Yeah, that was so good. Yeah. It was the best thing going.
They do make, as you may know, a Punjabi prison place.
Yeah, you can't find it though.
Yeah, well, I've seen it on eBay, but
yeah, you know how expensive that is?
Yeah, it's like $300.
Yeah.
for the dumbest fucking shit. Like the word, the cameras can't see into the ring.
And you can't climb.
Yeah, and you can't climb.
Was that 06?
Well, they've done it like what,
twice?
Yeah. So
was the first one 06?
Yeah, somewhere around then.
I really hope Bruce covers that because he was there for that shit.
Yeah.
Because that would be fun.
Yeah.
Conrad, they're fucking shit all over him about that crap. All right. So one more nugget of love before we go. Sunday night, I'm sitting watching television, and I see a notification on my phone go off from the Bleacher Report that says Lakers and Pistons get into a fight.
Yeah.
So I pull it up. Actually, we got 2 nuggets to talk about. I pull it up, and LeBron throws an elbow and hits the guy in the face, Isaiah Stewart, and he goes crazy.
Yeah.
He literally was going after the entire team while he's fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
And he gets 2 games, and LeBron gets 1.
Yeah. I mean, when they played it in slow motion, it was like you could tell it was like clear what he was.
Yeah,
like
and Shaq was like, "Oh, he didn't mean to do it."
Yeah, but in real time, maybe. But when you slowed it down, you could
slowed it down. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And look, dude, I tried to buy an Isaiah Stewart jersey that night, but they don't have any available because he is now my new favorite player. Hands down, he's my favorite player.
I never even heard of him until then.
Not me either. So I'm like, I love you now. Like, because you went after the entire Lakers team and LeBron James. Yeah. I love you. You're great. And the best part about the whole thing was LeBron James is hiding behind Russell Westbrook the entire time like a bitch.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook is doing the old.
Yeah. And he got a technical foul. He's like, I don't even know what it did.
Yeah.
And then you got Carmelo's over on one side, just sitting there talking to a referee, like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know any good strip clubs in Detroit?
Yeah. You supposed to say anything about me?
Yeah. But what I found funny was, so LeBron got suspended for a game, and they played in New York last night, and I was shocked that they actually suspended him for a game because they had a primetime game in MSG, and I was shocked that they let LeBron miss it.
Yeah, that's true.
And they lost.
Or there wasn't like an appeal to get him through the New York game, and then
I thought there would have been something
upheld. Yeah,
I thought there would have been something because Lakers Knicks national TV is a marquee game, and I literally thought they didn't. They held to it, so whatever.
Yeah.
And then Monday night, I get another notification, and a fan attacks Seth Rollins as he's walking up the ramp on Raw.
Yeah. And then did you see what Chavo Guerrero said? He's like, I remember back in the day when the wrestlers were tougher than the fans. Oh, the good old day, like something like that. But, yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that guy was like literally like a bag of trash, and he fucking took Rollins out, and like, and like I just you just remember like whenever that used to happen, the wrestlers would just beat the shit out of the guy. But yeah, that guy, I mean, Christ, took him down.
Yeah. Well, think about it though. Think about it. So the last guy to attack a wrestler that I remember was when that guy jumped in and attacked Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame and tackled him. Dude, everybody beat the fucking piss out of him.
Yeah.
The Revival were punching him while he was getting held.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was like it was like it used to be the wrestler. It was like, we'll do our own security type thing. But yeah, he needed like all those security guards to jump in and and then Rollins was talking shit. It was like, dude, some fucking, some McGriddle just fucking tackled you.
Yeah, some 24-year-old McGriddle who was probably hammered, running and tackled you and knocked you down, and you held him in a front face lock till people came in. I would have beat the fucking living shit out of that guy if I was him.
Yeah. Sad. But yeah, that was fucking you sent me the link. I was asleep, but I saw it when I woke up the next day. Yeah.
I just can't even imagine. Like,
yeah.
I wonder how much heat Chavo will get for saying that about Seth Rollins.
Who cares?
Exactly.
He's right.
He's 100% right.
If you're right, you're right. Fuck it. Who cares?
He's 100% right.
Yep.
Oh well. But yeah, that was two good fights in back-to-back days.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe he jumped the rail like that, because he literally came from a long way too.
Yeah.
Like he was over in the corner and he just fucking beelined it. And I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh fuck. And then they're like, oh, it's a fan. I'm like, no shit. Why are they beating the fuck out of him?
Yeah, no shit. We don't have any, wrestlers who are 5'5", 280 pounds.
Cornette would have killed him with his tennis racket.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, he beat people with beat people with that and broke people's faces with that tennis racket. So
yeah,
because that tennis racket wasn't really a tennis racket. That was loaded with fucking chains and fucking horseshoes and everything else on the side. I mean, because back in the day, they got so much heat. Like he had to do that shit. I mean, you don't see fans now fucking destroying people's cars like back in the 80s.
No, you're right. Right. Yeah.
It's different now. Like there's kayfabe's dead and the internet rules the roost. Like we never would have known about people's contracts coming up when we were kids. We didn't know.
No.
When I'll never forget when Lex Luger jumped, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was. Somebody just wasn't on one of the channels and they were on the other.
Yeah. Yeah, when Hogan signed, I was like, what? I thought he was retired. What is this?
Yeah.
And Savage, Duggan, like what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Beefcake? Really? Like Curtis Quake's over there now too. Like, what is going on? Like
Piper? Like what?
Yeah. When Hall and Nash came out, and then they had X-Pac was in the crowd, 1, 2, 3 Kid. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then when the Big Show debuted in '99, I didn't know. Like he came, I was like, he was just what? I just saw him. What? What? Like, I mean, it's different now and whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our show. That was fun.
Yeah.
So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. To the no one that watches this, thank you for not watching. And we're gonna go because it's 7 minutes till wrestling. So we're gonna go watch some wrestling. So we're out of here. Have a great night.